Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's episode is about gratitude and its benefits. What exactly is gratitude? Gratitude is when a person realizes that what he or she has is absolutely something great and it's not to be valued less, but we need to be thankful for such conditions. So, here today I'm going to talk about what exactly gratitude is and its benefits. Like, what I believe in is that when a person has gratitude, there is lots of things that a person can gain just by, starting from gratitude. There are many things that is open for a person when that person starts to think that they can be thankful for what they already have. Firstly, gratitude reduces the mind's grasping tendency to want something else. Like for example, the minute you start thinking that I am happy with what I have, you will slowly start to reduce on the other side thinking which everybody commonly has nowadays in this world, that we want to gain lots of things. A tendency, a chance of grasping something around the world is not lost by people. And that's what we actually teach children these days. That obviously, I'm not saying that you should not have a, a tendency to grasp at the opportunities that are in front of you, but the zeal may take change into competition. The zeal to uh, you know uh, take a opportunity can change into aggression, can change into hatred, can change into violence. For example, if I am given an opportunity at a job and I come to know that somebody that I know is also applying for that same job, I might have in my mind that obviously I will try my best in the interview to get that job. But in my mind I might think only I should get it. My friend who has also applied for the same job, he or she should not get it. This little bit of thoughts that come into your mind is actually negative. We should not have this tendency of thinking or being happy when others lose and I gain. No, I'm sorry, but I do not agree with such thinkings. And rather we should try to learn to reduce that kind of thinking. This kind of thinking that everything that comes in front of me, I need it, I need it, I need it, I need it. Everything I want, everything only I, but nobody else in the world. Sorry. If you really love someone, if you really care for the world, for those around you, you will never have a tendency of actually getting everything and keeping it all in your hand alone, and never opening up your hands and sharing it with your favorite people. I'm sorry, that will not be the case. Instead, if you really love and care for those around you, you will slowly start to release that grasp and try to share it with other people. Remember that taking these opportunities or taking a chance at these opportunities is not bad. I'm not saying that it is bad. It is good to take a chance at the opportunities, but try to reduce your thinking that everything should be mine. That can be cultivated with the help of gratitude. If you have gratitude in your heart, you might now with this example, for if my friend actually uh, gets is successful in the interview and gets the job, and I do not get the job. If you have gratitude in your heart, what you will think is that, well, it's okay, I'm happy with my friend getting that job, and there might be something else in my path. Maybe I am not supposed to be getting this, maybe I'm supposed to be going for another job, maybe I need to have another path to be taken, but I am happy that I got a chance for this interview, I got a chance to meet people who were opposite to me during the interview, who asked me the questions, which helped me to gain experience of how to tackle an interview. If you have gratitude, you can think in these positive ways. Gratitude also helps you focus on the present and appreciate what we have right now, rather than dwelling on the lacks or the desires. So you are able to live right now at the moment, at this present moment, with the help of gratitude. Gratitude can help you to think that, what do I have right now? Am I happy with it? Yes or no. If I am saying no to this question when I ask to myself, then you need to correct your way of thinking. Instead of dwelling of what do I not have, what do I lack, if you see that something is there which you are lacking in, maybe in money, in wealth, in physical ways, or in any other ways, like maybe in some skills, what you can do is tell your mind that you can work on those lacks, or in the things that you are lacking, rather than making your mind upset. If you have an answer to what you lack, try to tell your mind, I will work on it, and not let your mind be sad about it. Don't let your desires overwhelm your mind and make it into a kind of a negative thought. You may have desires in your life. You may have desires of getting something new in your life, maybe a new home, maybe going on a trip. There are many things that people desire. So these desires are good. That means that you're trying to experience something new in your life, and you think that there is something positive that is going to come along with this new thing. So that is a good thing that you have, that desires are good, but make sure that the desires do not overwhelm your mind, control your mind, and turn into something negative. Make it into a place where you can start working on it, but not let it overwhelm or control your mind. Next is gratitude helps you to have an open and a receptive mind. Whenever something good or bad happens, gratitude helps you to think or be open to it. Now when it comes to human beings, I know that all human beings will come across many positive experiences as well as negative experiences. We will face success and we will face failure. We will face different kinds of emotions like happiness as well as sadness. This is quite common. There is nothing that you can do about it. It is something that a human being has to experience. So with the help of gratitude, it becomes easier. When you're facing something negative, gratitude helps you to be open to it, rather than putting a barrier or a boundary towards those negative feelings. Rather, it helps you to be open to it. Negative things are quite common and general. Your mind tells you that it's fine, this happens, it's quite common with people around me too. So chances are that obviously I will also have to face it. Maybe it was time to face it. Fine. Now let me try to be strong to this kind of circumstance and be open to it, rather than shutting down and being depressed. It is also receptive. If you're in a positive state of mind right now, you're happy, everything is going well, but you also have gratitude in your heart, during this positive period of time, gratitude can help you to be receptive in the future. That is, you can predict that maybe something can happen in the future, something that is negative, something that might be a loss, something that might pull me down, and you will be ready and receptive for it. You will not be fearing such a condition. So that is good. And also, when you're open and receptive, you will also reduce in disliking what is So first, sorry for the pause. You will reduce in disliking what is here right now. So gratitude, with the help of gratitude, you may be able to openly see what something is in a realistic manner. You will not be negatively thinking about what you already possess. All things turn out to be graces. Everything can be seen in a positive outlook. And you will not try to hate something that you already have. For example, let us say you are an average earning person. You have an average salary, not in absolutely low or absolutely high, but you have in your heart a desire to come up in your career and get a better salary, so that you can maybe provide for your family, or maybe get a new home or a better home, and better facilities in your home and your family. So this desire is a scope that you see in the future. So but since you do not have it right now, you will not dislike the fact that you are having an average salary. With the help of gratitude, gratitude will tell you average salary is fine. It's okay. At least I'm not absolutely low. It's fine. I'm here. I'm walking step by step to my goal. This is what gratitude helps you with. Without or in the absence of gratitude, your mind might start thinking in a way where, what is this? Why do I have such a low salary? And I'll start getting frustrated with my career. I will have a negative outlook towards my career whenever I go for my job. I'll have a bad attitude or bad behavior towards my colleagues, and obviously if I have a negative outlook towards my career, then I will not be able to perform well. And if I'm not able to work or perform well, that will not lead me to my goal or my desire or my standard of what I was planning to be. So you can see that with the help of gratitude, it helps you step by step to come to your desires. But without or in the absence of gratitude, it can pull you back and rather make you fall down. With this gratitude in your mind, if you have an open and receptive mind, if you start to put a stop to sorry, if you put a stop to disliking things that you already have, if you start to put a stop to disliking things that you already have, then you will have inner peace. Your mind is not clouded with negative thoughts. So therefore, you're having peace in your mind, you're happy with what you have, you're peaceful with what you have. And your mind then becomes calm instead of being full of critical thoughts. The critical thoughts actually need not be on yourself, it also can be on somebody else. For example, your parents or your siblings or your partner. You may be always critical on their behavior, on the actions they have chosen, and you may also have you may always be complaining regarding that, which is not a good characteristic in a person. You do not want to be negative towards a person whom you love. The person in front of you also has feelings and will not be happy that you are always responding in a negative manner. So so that you do not respond in a negative manner, you need to clear your mind, keep it in inner peace, and for that inner peace, gratitude helps. It will reduce your critical thoughts towards the things. It will reduce the complaints that you have around you. And obviously, if you have less complaints, you will have less arguments. If you have less arguments, people will be happy, everybody is happy, and you yourself obviously will be happy. With the help of gratitude, it gives you space for openness, but it will be only created. The space will be only created if you practice gratitude quite often. Gratitude is not something to be practiced one day and then put out. No, That also is what I've seen in some people, where for one day when you have a leave or you have a break, people tend to think, calm themselves down, and they meditate and they say, I'm happy with what I have, everything. But the next day when they go back to their work, these critical thoughts come back again. These complaints come back again. These arguments start to burst again. And then you reflect back that yesterday I had decided, or I was happy and I was grateful for what I had. But why is it that I'm complaining again today? Why is it that I'm having fights with my friends again? So this is because you are not putting into your mind that I need to be having gratitude always in my heart. Every morning, if you tell your mind that I need to be grateful, I need to have gratitude today, it will help you to be a better person. Now, there are multiple things that you can be thankful for. For example, your health. Now, I'm going to compare this so that you are able to understand why, in which way can gratitude be helpful. For example, health. Somebody who is sick, I'm going to talk about all the opposite sides, so you will be able to say how well and lucky you are actually. Somebody who is sick, somebody who may have got a fracture recently, these are little things that can be recovered. Somebody who has a lifelong sickness, somebody who has been born with a sickness and must be questioning themselves, why was I given this disease? Some kind of sickness that you may have, that people experience after half of their life. They reach into their 30s or their 40s and their life completely changes. After that, they realize how well they had, how good they had earlier, how well they were in their health. But they value this health later and are unable to be thankful for it at the right time. It's later that they realize that my good health was actually a blessing. Would you want to be in that state? Or would you want to start saying today, I'm happy for my good health? You can, now when it comes to a job, you can be thankful for a job. A job which is paying you an average salary. Compare it to someone who has no job. A person who has a job but is not happy with it, is always having arguments and has a lot of trouble in their workplace. A person who has a very low salary and is not able to fulfill their family's requirements and needs. A job where a person is trying to gain a job, but it has been years that he has cleared an interview and is unable to get a job. The criticisms that are coming from other family and societal members when that person is not getting a job since many years. People talking about that person, saying that there must be something wrong with this person. There must be something wrong why he is not getting a job. He might be having some kind of behavioral issues. He might be having some bad karma or some bad deeds that he had done earlier. In India, we believe this a lot. Imagine, compare that with you having a job, a quite decent job, where many problems could have been there, but you are away from them. Try to identify the positive things of having a job. If you were born in a place where there is no job opportunities available, for example, in countries like Africa, there are no job opportunities that are available in plenty like you have in countries which are developed, like United States and Australia and things like that. You have lots of opportunities over there. If you lose one, you get another. But there are places where there are no job opportunities available, hardly a handful of them. And these you may be, people are born at such places where education is not available for them to gain such good jobs. Without that job, without money, they are unable to keep their family alive. Next thing that we can be thankful for is a home. You might be having a home. Now let's compare it to somebody who does not have a home. Compare it to someone. You might have a home in you are living in for a rent. You might be thinking that I want a home that I own for myself. But imagine a person who does not even have a home like that. You might be sad of the fact that you have to pay rent every month. But imagine a person who does not have money to even rent a house. Imagine a place where a house cannot be built. There's constant wars. There's lots of deficiencies around, no facilities available. No conditions for a proper family to survive. Are you not happy that you at least have a roof over your head? Are you not happy that you can smile and laugh and giggle with your family every night when you sit for dinner with them? Now let's compare to your regular facilities that you have, like clothes. Now let's compare it to people who do not have clothes to wear. You might have in your mind that I want new clothes, I want new trending fashion clothes, and I want lots of them, and I want to be always popularized among my society members. People should know me that I follow such good fashion trends and things like that. But imagine or compare it with someone who does not have even a proper decent clothing to wear for a day. People who survive, people who live with little bit of clothes that are donated by others, people who have torn clothes that are in a shabby condition, that do not cover their body completely or in a proper manner, but yet they are trying to survive with it with a smile. Now for this you can find lots of examples in the internet. There are times when I myself have seen videos of people who live in Africa, charitable trusts that are trying to work for their progress, and the conditions in which they live. There are times when I have seen these videos and I have felt the gratitude in my heart. Gratitude that I at least have something to wear. Gratitude that some people are at least realizing that we need to help such others in the society. You can see such videos and you can realize how lucky you are. Coming to the next one, thankful that you are having a good weather around you. Throughout the world, there are places where conditions are not proper to survive. There are conditions where there is complete snowfall, a very low temperature where people cannot survive if they do not have a roof over their head. People die because of the low temperature, of the cold, without clothes, without a roof on their head, without a proper bed to lay down on. There are people who die because of this low temperature. And the right opposite, there are parts of the world where there is so high a temperature that people die of sunstroke. People die because of the heat. People are unable to survive because of the high temperature. Are you not lucky? Are you not happy that you live in a place where there is a nice weather? Are you not happy that you are able to see this grass and leaves growing around you, the birds chirping, a quiet atmosphere? Are you not happy with this? Or are you not thinking about it? Are you very busy with your work? Are you very busy with grasping your desires that you do not realize what blessings you have around you? Are you happy for the things that others have provided for you? Your parents, when you were born, must have given you all that you need. They must have tried their level best. With what they had, they have provided with you with it. But can you compare it with people who have given birth to children, and since the conditions were not correct, since they did not have money, since their facilities were not proper, the child died in their arms. The child was born, they saw the child, and then the child dies. Have you come across sicknesses and diseases, and your parents have taken care of you, taken you to the hospital, and you were cured? Now, can you compare it with people who do not have enough money to go to a hospital, or those who have went to the hospital, realize the hospital bill will be too much, and then taken back their sick loved ones back home with the sadness, with a stone, with a burden in their heart that they are unable to do anything to save this loved one? Can you compare it? Can you compare the love that you have from your parents, the support that you have from your parents constantly throughout your life? There are times when parents may have said no to certain things, but there are obviously times when they have said yes to many things. 75% of the time they may have said yes, and only 25% of the time they may have said no. Are you going to focus on the parts of no, or are you going to be happy that you have people to support you 75% of the time, or more, or approximately in that range? Can you compare it with people who do not have parents? Can you compare it with people who have never seen a smiling face of their father and their mother? Can you compare it with a person who feels sad because they were not able to share their sadness with somebody close to them? Are you happy you have friends? You are having some sense of humor, some laughs and jokes. You're able to meet with them. You are having friends with whom you can share your troubles at the present time. Now compare it with people who are lonely. Compare it with people who are isolated from the society because somebody must have started a story that you are a bad person, and the society isolates that person. Compare it with that person who lives alone, cries alone, is sad and is not able to share the sadness with anyone. That itself becomes the greater sadness for them, that they do not have anyone to share. They do not have anyone to love. They do not have anyone to go out with. Are you not happy that you have at least one friend? Or are you going to complain about the negatives that you have on your friends? Are you going to find the negative points of your friends and try to be away from them? Or are you going to be happy that you have at least a friend to hold your hand? Everything in your life, as you can see with these examples, that everything can be seen as a blessing. Everything, every little thing can be seen as a grace in your life. It can be seen as a blessing in your life. Gratitude, once learned, can be extended to those around us, like to your family and to your friends. And it also can be, gratitude can also be extended to oneself in the form of resilience and perseverance. For example, when it comes to extending it to those around us, it can turn into deeper connections. That is, you are happy with your parents. You are happy that you are having parents. You are happy that what positives they have. They always are supporting you. They are always providing you with food every day. They might be helping you to have a roof over your head. They might be helping you with your financial problems. You're happy with them. You show that happiness towards them. Even though you're happy, there might be tears in your eyes because of those happiness. You show those tears in front of your family. Can't you see that there can be a very deeper connection between your family and you if you show that love? Your family will be grateful for you and you will be grateful for them. This causes you to have a deeper connection with all those around you. This is how gratitude extends or spreads. Now, when it comes to gratitude to oneself, in the form how it extends to oneself, you will thank yourself every time you pick yourself up that when you fall. You will be thankful to yourself that you are able to resist, you are able to persevere even in the presence of multiple rejections. Even though you are getting rejected by the people or those around you in the world, or there might be circumstances where there is rejections, you will still feel happy with yourself that at least you're going to go ahead. So that is also a good thing. Now, how to practice this gratitude? Obviously, this method must be known to you, but still I'm going to tell this. A very good way of creating gratitude in yourself is by finding out 5 daily things that you can be grateful for. Early in the morning or late in the night, you can try to think about 5 things and try to make it all different every day. I mean, if you are thankful for your family today, you can be thankful for, try to find in the next day something different other than your family, with which you can increase your level of gratitude in your mind. These 5 things that you will list out, once again I'll take religion into this. These 5 things that you list out, you can say thank you to God first. Whichever religion you follow, say thank you to God first. If you're not so religious, if you're not able to communicate in the beginning, obviously I suggest try to communicate to God first always, because He is the one who controls everything. You can also try to show this gratitude, these 5 things, or share these 5 things of gratitude with somebody, a buddy with whom you can talk to, with whom you can express open-heartedly everything that you can. And try to tell them, I'm very happy that I have a home above me. You know that? A roof over my head. I'm very happy about it. And your friend will be able to see the positive, the purity in you. If you're not able to share it with anyone, I suggest, or I will, you can even put it here down in the comments. 5 things that you are grateful for. And with this, you will be able to appreciate more in your life. Try to create this gratitude, reframe your perception, reduce your stress, and enhance your well-being with gratitude. Thank you, and see you soon.